Hey fam, welcome back. I'm Fit by J.Lee, and we're not doing a grocery haul today. How bizarre. But I have something better in store for you. I figured you guys know what I get for the most part, with groceries. And it might be more fun this week since I just went on a little vacation, got a little R&R, did a little resty thing. Maybe it would be more fun, instead of doing a grocery haul and showing you a lot of the same things, we could instead talk about how to stay on track or just keep a healthy mindset, keep your routine when you're on vacation. I have a lot of food things. We've talked about this a lot. I have a lot of food intolerances that don't get in the way of me having a good time when I'm on vacation, but it is something that I do have to be really mindful of, especially when we're going out to eat a lot. So usually when I'm on a trip, I like to go into it with the mindset that I'm going to work out every day, not be super healthy. Like, obviously I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm on vacation, I'm here to have a good time, and I'm not here for a long time, so I want to enjoy the time that I'm here. Which usually means for me that there is a lot of wine being consumed, just a lot. And I usually always have dessert. So things that I keep in mind when I'm on vacation to just help me not feel so gross, like when I get back from my vacation and back to my normal life. So let's get into it. First, I'd like to talk about hydration. Hydrating on vacation is so important. Make sure you are chugging water as often as you think of it. I like to think any meal that you go out for, just always have a glass of water no matter what. Always ask for water. A lot of us normally do that, but just make sure you drink it. Because a lot of us will order the water and then it sits there and we don't actually drink it. It's easy to order water, it's harder to consume it. So make sure that you're consuming water every chance you get, because this will just help, when we're out in the sun, when we're drinking a lot of sugary drinks or alcohol drinks, our body tends to retain water, and constantly consuming it will help flush it out. It'll also ease a hangover. So you don't want to spoil a vacation with a bad hangover. So make sure that you hydrate. Another thing I like to put into my routine when I'm on vacation is some kind of exercise. I was really bad about this last vacation, and I had no excuse. We literally had an elliptical in our room and I didn't use it once. I'm not gonna lie about it. I didn't use it. I packed with the intention to use the gym elliptical in the room and work out every morning, and I envisioned myself getting up every morning bright and early and getting on that elliptical for 30 minutes just to get some kind of movement in. And it just didn't happen. I was too tired. I needed the rest. So I don't feel too bad about it because my vacation included a lot of walking. So I definitely hit at least 10,000 steps or more every single day that I was away. So I was still moving, but I didn't really get a workout in. So that was really important when I came back. But when you want to work out on vacation, I always say make sure you pack for the occasion. If you have the fit, you might do it, right? So if you are prepared to work out, chances are you'll most likely work out. Other ways that you can get a little more movement in on a vacation, because if you don't really feel like going to the gym and using the shared equipment at the hotel that you're staying at or wherever you're staying, or maybe your hotel doesn't have a gym, one thing I like to do is use a YouTube video or some kind of workout from home, just a quick, maybe do 20 push-ups, 20 crunches, 20 squats, 20 lunges, and do that a few times and just get a little bit of strength training in. Using your body resistance is just as effective as using weights, so you don't need weights to get a good workout. And there's a ton of videos out there online for free that you can use that you can do right in your hotel room. I have a few up on this channel too. Check it out. So always important to like add that movement in, but don't make it a necessity. Like if you work out once on your vacation, great. Even if your goal was to work out every day. If you work out once, you're golden. Just knowing that you have the intention set is a great mindset to have. So don't get mad at yourself when it doesn't happen. Things happen on vacation. A lot of people, like the trip I just went on, we didn't really have an itinerary, so it was hard to plan when I was gonna fit my workout in. So it was just easier not to do it. But again, still got a lot of walking in and I'm not mad about it. Another thing to be mindful of when you're on vacation is the food you're consuming. How much, making sure you're not eating too much food, overindulging. I mean, you can really eat whatever you want on vacation. I think that's up to you. Eat what makes you happy. But remember moderation, because we don't want to be gluttonous and consuming like more food than our body needs, because it's going to be too much for your body to process and you're going to end up feeling bad the next day. So one thing I really love to do when I'm on vacation, especially if I'm with friends or family, I always will split meals with friends. So for example, this last vacation, J.Lee was with me. We know her, we love her, we see her all the time. She was with me on vacation. We have similar diets in the sense that we're both pescatarian, so we both eat seafood. My only restrictions other than that is that I can't eat tomatoes, nightshades, peppers, eggplants, anything like that. And I also cannot have gluten, which I was kind of bad about, but I'll get there. Okay, so J.Lee and I split a lot of dishes. I think the first night that she was there, because she came the second night. So one night I got the scallops and she got the salmon, and we split that and switched, and we didn't finish the whole thing. We left some on our plate, and I know that seems wasteful, but you don't have to eat all your food. I just want to put that out there. You don't have to clean your plate. If you want to, if you're hungry for that, do it. But if you're not hungry for the food, like eat slowly, enjoy your conversation, and you'll actually notice that you get fuller sooner because you're distracted and you're not just like consuming your food, right? So share your plates, eat small. Another night, so one night, oh my gosh, I'm getting so off track. So one night, J.Lee and I each got a separate dish and we split and switched. Another night, we both ordered the same dish and like an appetizer and split that. Just remember, when you go to restaurants, the portions are huge. So it's easier to split something with someone else. Also will save you $1 if you're on a budget. And it's just kind of also a nice way, it's like a nice way to have a conversation about the food. Like talk about the tastes and how it goes with the wine you picked, or just like be in the atmosphere. Talk to your waiter, talk to your bartender. We need to be around people again. So crazy. Anyway, so that was one thing I would recommend for food and when you're going out to eat while on vacation. Another thing is, if you have, well, the other portion of this that I wanted to talk about was food restrictions. Generally, and I noticed this a lot more this trip, restaurants will ask, does anybody have a food allergy, right from the get-go, instead of the waiter asking and waiting to get to your table. So usually what would happen is they would ask, like, does anybody have a food allergy? And I actually only did it I actually did it twice at 2 different restaurants. The first restaurant that we went to, I just let them know I had the tomato allergy, because a lot of things have tomato sauce and tomatoes in them. So I just like to be aware, and then it's easier for the waiter to be like, oh, okay, so on our menu, don't order this, or you can get it without. Like, it's easier to coordinate. So one night I did for the tomatoes, and they just pointed out on the menu things that didn't have tomatoes, or they would check with the chef and make sure a dish didn't have tomatoes in it. And then another night, I had been kind of bad with the gluten. I really shouldn't eat it. It gives me the worst stomach ache, and I thought it would be okay, but it wasn't. So I had gluten nights 1 and 2. By night 2, my stomach started to, I don't don't know, rebel against me and just be mad. So by night 3, I just was not feeling well. And night 3, the place we went to, I asked for the gluten-free menu because I knew if I asked for it, I would pick something from it. And it wasn't that bad. They did have a gluten-free option for bread. They did have a gluten-free option for pasta. But the thing was, for me, with that specific restaurant we went to, that everything that was on the gluten-free menu basically had tomatoes in it. So I ended up just getting a salad. And it was still delicious. It was still really good. There were things that I would have been like, oh, I would have loved to try that. It looked so good, but it's neither here nor there. It does not matter. Anyway, so yes, I was really bad about the gluten, and now I know, and it's fine. I'll survive. I'm back to my normal routine again, my normal foods. It's just, I will say the hardest thing about eating out when you have a food restriction is there's so many things that look so good that you can't have. And where at home, I could usually like make a gluten-free version of something or kind of whip something together, you can't do that at a restaurant that you don't own and you're not the chef at. So, but yeah, we had delicious seafood one night at this Greek restaurant. We had Italian food one night. We went to a steakhouse. I didn't get steak, but they had great seafood also on the menu as well, and amazing desserts. And just the food was so good. I don't regret any of it. And another thing about the gluten that I don't regret, one of the places we went to had like this focaccia rosemary fluffy bread circle thing. Worth it. I would do that again. I would eat it again. It was good. So we covered staying hydrated, we covered the intention to exercise, and we've covered food and ordering out. One final thing that I do to make sure that I stay in the zone on vacation is to watch my alcohol consumption. I love a drink. I love, that's, if I'm out, if I'm on holiday, that's something that's like an activity. Like you're just doing it through the day, and depending where you are, I was in a place that was very like, you get up, you drink. Is that kind of vacation? It's not always. Some vacations, like maybe you just have like drinks at night, but this was like a very much a day drinking trip. And what I like to do on those kind of trips, I know a lot of, tis May, tis the season, lots of bachelorettes coming up for people, lots of bachelor weekends, lots of family weekends, maybe, I don't know, friends weekends, like we're starting to travel again, things are opening again, it's so exciting. So I feel like these kind of trips are pretty popular right now in the late spring. And what I usually do, because I don't think it's ever a good idea for your body to be like consuming that much alcohol for like that many days in a row. So I always pace myself. I usually do a glass. They say a glass an hour, right? I say a glass every like 2, or just to take, a glass every hour and then take like a break for a while and just make sure you're rehydrating constantly. Because again, it's the most annoying thing and not fun to be hungover morbidly on your vacation. Like you just want to relax and enjoy, and you don't need to drink a lot to do that. So that's food for thought. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your next vacation. I hope you have something fun planned in the near future. Hopefully you can keep some of these tips in mind, things to think about, food for thought. Hopefully I'll be able to do more videos like this one for you guys, little tips and tricks and just how to keep a healthy mindset as you move through life and still enjoying life. And like I said again, like don't get mad at yourself for enjoying your time. Like just get out there and live. I don't want to say life's too short, but I mean, you should enjoy yourself and your time here. So make sure you do it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos from my channel, workouts, in the kitchen videos, nutrition videos, and grocery hauls. Be sure to check out my website for some blog posts and fitness inspiration, as well as my full library of workouts. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys soon.